What's up guys, I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never and welcome back to another one of my videos. If you enjoy this style of content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. As always, none of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
Okay, so as you guys can see, over the last few weeks, Oscar has been doing very well. It's up to a $3.4 million market cap. Now, I will say, over the last 4 or 5 days, it is down a little bit. Oscar did actually peak over 5 million, but then someone sold their entire bag. I'll look through the transactions and see exactly how much it was. Yeah, this right here on May 24th, someone sold 24,000. But even with that sell, Oscar is still holding extremely well. The bull flag played out perfectly. Now, what you need to understand about Oscar, though, is that there is a podcast that is coming out shortly that could be very bullish for the project. Now, I'm not 100% certain when this podcast actually comes out, but the launch of the podcast SHIB is near, featuring 2 OG SHIB legends. And Paradox is the one who is heavily involved with Oscar. He created the logo and he also created the logo for Shiba Inu. But then Shytoshi is the current lead dev of Shiba Inu and he has 1 million followers on X. Now understand, I have no idea what they actually talked about on the podcast, but if they mention Oscar, it could bring a lot of attention to the project. And right now, again, Oscar is a $3.4 million market cap. This is still a microcap project. And I've been saying this for a long time, but I've been saying it because I genuinely mean it. I think Oscar has one of the strongest communities out there, especially for a microcap. If you guys are not invested in this project, I recommend at least joining their Telegram. You guys can see how engaging their community is and how much they are accomplishing behind the scenes. This is absolutely one of my favorite microcaps right now. Now, the other thing that I wanted to point out from a technical analysis standpoint is that Oscar did come down and retest previous levels. If this can actually hold as a higher low, then it could be a support and resistance flip. That would be very bullish for the future of Oscar. But the reality of Oscar is that it's heavily going to be impacted by Bitcoin and it's heavily going to be impacted by Ethereum. Now, in Ethereum's case, it is May 7th, which is the launch of the Pectra upgrade. Now, this could always be buy the rumor, sell the news, so we could see Ethereum fall. But long term, this upgrade should be great for Ethereum. Now, regarding Bitcoin, the daily flag has already started to break out, which is exactly what we were hoping to see. But you do have to understand what is actually happening today. So at 1 p.m., we are going to get the federal funds rate. Now, has the market already priced this in? Perhaps. But in the past, this has been known to create some volatility. So definitely keep your eyes on this. But if we're looking at Bitcoin right now on the daily time frame, don't be shocked at all if we still sometime come back down and retest either the 21-day or the 200-day. I know this flag has started to break out and we look great right now. But eventually there will come a time where we will retest these levels. It's just a question of when. I will say though, if you guys have been watching my previous content, my biggest concern is that the stochastics were extremely overbought for almost 3 weeks. Over the last few days, the stochastics did have time to actually reset a little bit. So now it would be much easier for me to actually see this as a breakout if we get another strong candle close. But I do think that today could see some volatility, so we'll see. But regardless of what Bitcoin does in the short term, I definitely recommend keeping your eyes on Oscar. Obviously, it is very important to always understand that nothing is guaranteed in crypto. I cannot tell you with certainty that Oscar is going to explode. I don't have a crystal ball. But I can't stress enough, I recommend joining the Telegram. Just see what the community is about. All of that being said though, if you guys are interested in joining a like-minded community and getting in a project super early like Oscar, then I also recommend taking a look at my Discord. We've been making huge gains in here this entire bull run. My Discord's around 1 year old and we've already called 6 different 200x projects as a community. But just over the last 2 weeks, we have nailed another 100x project. So at its peak, Saito actually hit an $8 million market cap. And you can see right here, I put it on my consideration list at 77K. And it was actually called earlier than 77K by my boy Tennis. I don't know exactly where he called it, but I posted it on my consideration list at 77K and it's now over 7 million. At its peak, it was over 8 million. So we're making life-changing gains. And if this is the kind of community you'd like to be a part of, you can find the link right here on my YouTube homepage. I'd love to see you guys in here. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments how high do you guys think Oscar will go this bull run. If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.